That's the trip we're going to take today, from Koblenz down to, what's it called? Ramstadt or something like that. Rudesheim. So from Koblenz to Rudesheim. It's about 7:30 Wednesday morning. It's getting ready to leave Koblenz. But they gotta move the boat next to us first.
What was going on?
It's okay, but Los Gatos Creek's no Rhine River.
They're not really like that.
So these are the last bridges for about 50 miles up the river. Between here and where we're going, you want to get across, you use a ferry.
They try to keep this area as authentic as possible.
This is one of the few modern buildings on this section of the Rhine. It's a brewery, of course. They make a exception for their breweries.
Yeah.
See, and it's just constructed here on the right-hand side, halfway up the hill. You got a great view. From there, you can see the tower, the middle tower, which is the highest part of the castle. Very often, that tower is called the keep, because the keep is the strongest part of the castle. It's the part that's right in the middle of the castle. This is where the ammunition, money, and food was stored. Because very often this would be the last part to be invaded if it would be invaded by pirates or the French. Now, if you look at Stolzenfels, you can also see that it's built right in front, a small river that empties in the Rhine, which is here on the left-hand side, which is the river Lahn, which is spelled on the left with the flag on top, and that will control the Lahn Valley.
That's the Lahn Castle.
That we see here on the left-hand side. Good, in a few moments we'll see the Marksburg Castle coming up, and we'll get a bit closer to the Marksburg Castle.
Marksburg, but you can see it.
This is a view of the Marksburg Castle from the river. This is the castle we were at yesterday.
the right-hand side of the south-facing part of the hill, the vineyard.
I have no idea what this is, but it looks neat.
The grape that is produced and not the grape that is cultivated here is, of course, the Riesling. And
some
that means that
Riesling
about
fields.
80 to 85% of the wine that we find here is white wine. We'll have a great opportunity to taste it this afternoon during our in-cruise wine tasting. Just have a look here on the right-hand side. There's some great places along the riverbanks where we find small and large campsites. It's very popular. It's of course much cheaper than staying in a nice hotel or the castles that have four-star hotels in there. A lot of the people from the northern part of Europe, I think Scandinavia, Denmark, Norway, that make their way down to Spain and France, they very often use their mobile homes. Draw your attention to the Rhine once more, because look at these vineyards. It's the Riesling grape we find here, but look how they are planted, these vines. You can see that they're planted vertically and not horizontally. In this particular case, if you would plant it horizontally, you would create a shade for the second row, and the second row would create a shade for the third row, and so on. And of course you want to make sure that every second, every minute of sunlight has to collect.
So we're coming up onto Beaupard, B-O-P-A-R-D, and they have this little chairlift up to the top of their hill. Not sure what the point is, but
I don't think I'm skiing down there.
I see people on the chairlift. So, Beaupard's coming up as we go around the bend.
Is it a view thing?
A train of cars. This is more of the town of Beaupard. This is still at Beaupard. This is the other side of the river.
Fridge magnets, we got bed and breakfast, restaurants, and on the right hand side the local church, the St. Severius Church with the two towers. Now Beaupard, ladies and gentlemen, was a military camp by the Romans over 2,000 years ago. They controlled this part of the Rhine, and they could control exactly who's coming by, who's coming in and out of this area. And Beaupard still has some around the corner on the left, you'll see two more castles. Here on the left-hand side, one of the small ferries across.
They're saying the same.
You'll see how much narrower it gets when you get to the Lohanai area.
Okay. These are Sternberg and Liebenstein castles. The higher one is Sternberg, also known as the Hostel Brothers.
Sounds like your name is Go away.
Boy, it's getting tight here on the river.
Oh, yeah.
There's 3 traffic lanes.
Oh, see? Oh, that's it. He's empty, so he can really go.
This is the Mouse Castle.
Castle. The Rhine Castle on the right-hand side is just before we reach the town of St. And here on the right-hand side you can see the Rhine Rock, the Rheinfels Castle. It's really built up in several sections. You can really see the very old part from the 12th century. Castle was completed, there was a little village up on top of this rock, and 1/3 of the structure we can't see because it's built into the rock. There's dungeons, there's passageways, there's small cellars that were built and carved out of the rock. So this is the Rheinfels Castle, by the way, owned by the Albert family for many.
It's the Mouse Castle again, M-A-U-S. Turn around and there's the Rheinsfeld Castle. And over on the other side, I haven't seen it yet, is the Cat's Castle. I'll try and get that in a second. And that would be the Katz, K-A-T-Z Castle.
the more residential part of the Rhine, which was added in the 15th century as the four-star hotel on the left-hand side of the structure. Saint-Grégoire is the village here on the right, charming town with the sister of the left bank here on the left-hand side, so it's called Saint-Grégoire-Hausen. A lot of the ships would crash, and the captains made up the story that they were distracted. They were distracted by those beautiful women that would be on the banks of the river, flirting with the captains. A lot of the captains had to have a look at her.
Bavarian. May I have your cabin number?
234.
Yeah. It's the narrowest part of the river, I think he said. There's this little S curve in the river. It's also the narrowest part of the river. We're saying in the Middle Ages.
Here she is on the right, yes. On the left-hand side, we'll find the statue of Koala. There's two figures next to the statue.
They
of the
blamed it
butterfly.
on a Lorelei.
Lorelei.
And they have a statue over here of the Lorelei. A beautiful lady who lured sailors to the rocks. This is our music guy.
That was really good sausage.
Just had sausage and pretzels up on the deck. It was like 10:30 or something, 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
The Cat's Castle again. Cindy said they apparently raised falcons up there. These are some folks from Palo Alto. They're in Boston now, but they hail from Palo Alto. Another trailer park along the Rhine. Some vineyards. No idea what that is.
We are going. I cannot
Where are
say
the
vessel.
where are the
Nuclear vessels. Nuclear vessels.
Where is Alameda?
Say it again. Say it. Vessels.
Where is Alameda?
The nuclear vessel.
Quote just about anything.
Slightly to the right, top of the road, we got Schoenberg Castle coming up. Just underneath, the Our Lady Church, that's the large red-colored church that we will see on the right-hand side.
City Hall.
What I like about the castle that we find on top is also you can clearly see that it was built in different time zones. First of all, we find nowadays up at the Schoenberg Castle on the right, a 4-star hotel, but also a youth hostel. So if you're traveling through this area,
It's like the Schoenberg Castle, something like that.
Large, it's a great opportunity to spend 1 night or 2 nights in a castle.
have a union.
We have a union.
So Spencer, what are you going to do with all your pictures?
We have a Heineken.